start off, my name is Juan Carlos Gonzalez Avila. I am 28 years old and I am enrolled in the construction training program for Hope Builders. Growing up, I also had a rough childhood, around the wrong crowd, making wrong decisions, being in bad habits. I am also a DACA recipient. It's something huge that has been a huge challenge in my life, being pretty much in that mindset where, you think you're just gonna be a low entry level job type of worker. I grew up with a single mother and 3 brothers. My mom was super strict on me growing up, and she's always been, you got to be that right man for yourself. Most of all, there was never a moment where she was never on me, and even today, she still reminds me, you gotta be that good example for your brothers and continue pushing forward. I grew up without a father. That was another huge hurdle in my life. I used that as an excuse to be in those bad habits and in those bad in that bad crowd, and making wrong decisions, because I was so mad at the fact that I was just I had a bad hand dealt to me. So from 21 to 24, I don't remember much, drinking and among other bad substances that I shouldn't have been into. And before Hope Builders, I graduated from high school. I started college, but I didn't have the right mindset. I didn't have the right habits to be in college, not doing the work, not doing the studying and all that type of stuff. So I just didn't see myself graduating. Besides that, I started working in the kitchen industry, the service industry. I started off as a dishwasher and moved my way up to the kitchen manager. But that was something that was supposed to be temporary. So for me, that was something that really, really also brought down my confidence, because as I kept moving up, I saw, yeah, that's rewarding, but this is not what I want. This is not something where I see myself doing in the long run. And it was just also bringing down a lot of my self-worth, you could say. One of the biggest things I did learn from my mom and from having that kind of job was work ethic. Is always being on top, always continuing forward work, whether you're still in bad habits or whatever. It's just having that good work ethic. But at the end of the day, I still felt stuck, and I needed to pretty much reflect and get myself out of that vicious cycle. So once I quit being a kitchen manager. It wasn't something I wanted to do. I started looking for other forms of employment, but everywhere I went, everything I looked for, I applied, never got a call back, never, I tried calling them, they would never get back to me. So that also started bringing down my confidence a lot. And I was trying to really be in that growth mindset. I really wanted to change. I really wanted to get out of this vicious cycle for myself. I really wanted to be that good example for my brothers. And it was something that I wasn't seeing. I was taking baby steps, but in the meantime, it was just something like, man, like you're not getting anything positive out of it. So I kept looking. I started thinking maybe I should just look into construction. Made a quick search on Google and it came out Hope Builders. I've had heard of the program before, but it was too good to be true. And the second time it came around, I took it as a sign and I said, you know what, let's give it a try. My expectations for it weren't as high as I received. So beginning the Hope Builders, it was a really huge turning point in my life, because when I started, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, okay, they'll train you, you can be a laborer and you're gonna start working, right? But no, it's totally different. It's huge. It's something that I thank the past self that I actually came and did this for myself, because it was a huge blessing at the fact that as soon as I started meeting all the wonderful individuals that work at Hope Builders, the staff, the teachers, and they just start preparing you to have a career, not just a job, but a career. The construction side of it, they teach you the safety, they teach you how to use the tools that they have in the warehouse. They're teaching you how to pretty much be more employment ready, how to have a proper resume, how to dress for success. And it was something that I'm so thankful for that they provided to us. And just the support outside of that, the support specialist, the employment readiness, the instructors that are teaching us these basic foundations to enter these fields that we want, and the fact that it's a 2-year commitment for us to be going back to them, communicating with them how we're doing and how we're progressing in our work. And if we find ourselves somewhere we want to do something different, they'll be able to come back and help us. That's something that I see as a huge turning point for me, because if they're willing to do that, I'm also willing to put in the discipline to be, to put in the discipline, to have the drive to continue moving forward, the drive to want to do better for myself, to grow. And just enrolling was the first step. And now that I'm almost done with the training program, it's something that I look back now, and it's baby steps for me that I've taken little by little. And now I see the huge walkway I've created. It's something that I myself would, like others individuals like me that want to search for growth, I would totally recommend Hope Builders for them. The class environment is super fun. They have a lot of knowledge in every trade. They're bringing pretty much the best out of us. They want you to think of it as a team building experience, which I believe, it's huge for this industry, and it's huge for the future of Hope Builder as well. So that even though I myself am gonna move forward into the actual training and being on the field, I'd still want to come back and help Hope Builders in any little way that I can, training future Hope Builders, or training, or helping donate my time to the program. And it's something that I personally wouldn't see myself doing 5 years ago, being in a cycle where I was lost, I was stuck. And my goal for the future is to be a professional, to be in this trade, and to pretty much continue growing, having that growth mindset, having that grit to move forward, to advance in my career. I would like to also be a role model for my 3 younger brothers, 2 of them in high school, 1 of them in middle school, and they just look up to me so much. And growing up, it's something I should have seen sooner, but now that I'm able to see it now, I'm more active in their lives. I start coaching soccer for them. I started, taking them to their sport activities, enrolled in their schools, talking to their teachers, see how I can help them at home as well. It's something that, like I said, I wouldn't see myself doing 2-3 years ago because of the vicious cycle that I was in. I'm also going to be able to help my mom out a lot. She was blessed with such a wonderful husband, and he's been such a good mentor to me as well. I met him later on in my life, so I consider him a bit of a stepdad, but more of a mentor. He's also the reason why I'm able to have the support to go through this program and continue to grow and learn. He's also, both of them have been one of the hugest blessings in my life. And I always remind them that, I always thank them for that, help them in any little way that I can. And with that being said, I would like to say thank you guys for hearing me out today, and for your support in making this possible for people like me to continue moving forward and continue having that growth mindset. For helping me obtain this career and for making my family proud. It's huge. It's huge to everybody. Thank you.